I was 12 hours into a 24-hour shift. My back was hurting, my feet were throbbing, my head was hurting because I didn't get a chance to eat that day. I had seen more patients than I should have actually. I was putting in orders, I was managing consults, I was answering pages, sometimes the same page twice. And I can remember standing outside of a patient's room looking at an EKG, and my heart was racing like double time. Not theirs, my heart. And I was feeling like emotionally wrung out, and I was just tired. And I finally had a moment to just sit down to gather my thoughts and put all my notes in. Then I had another provider come up to me and say, "Hey, do you have a moment to discharge this patient? Because I got a dentist appointment I have to run to." Y'all, I had to pause. I literally had to sit there and I had to take a deep breath and I had to pause because I really wanted to say no. Like, I knew I should have said no. I like everything in me wanted to say no. But what did I do? I was like, sure, I can help you with your discharge. And in that moment, I realized something. I was just hoping that he would be like, "Oh, you look too busy and I'll do it." No, of course he didn't do that. Then I realized that I didn't actually have boundaries. I had memorized phrases and theory, but not true boundaries. And every single time that I would smile at work, that was me betraying myself one bit at a time. That wasn't the first time that situation has happened. And if I'm being honest with you, because that's what we do on this channel, we're 100% locked in and we're honest, that wasn't the last. What I started to notice was that somehow I had developed what I now call performative boundaries. I developed that along the way. And on paper, it was like I knew how to advocate for myself. Like I knew how to do it. I could talk to someone about burnout all day long. I could teach someone about setting boundaries. But in that moment, that very moment that I just described, when things got uncomfortable, is like when I felt like I was going to be judged or I was going to be labeled as being selfish or being unhelpful, which is so far from the truth, I abandoned myself. And I didn't just do it once and I didn't do it twice. I did it over and over and over again. I wasn't setting boundaries. I was performing wellness. And in healthcare, as a woman, and as a Black woman especially, we're praised for our endurance and not our limits. It's like, so then what do? We keep pushing, we keep abandoning ourselves, and then we wonder why we feel so disconnected from ourselves. And if you're new here, my name is Naisha Nicole, and welcome to the channel. And if you've seen my face before, you know that we are 100% locked in, so welcome back. So here's the truth that changed everything for me. You can't set boundaries from the outside in. You can't do it. You can't just say no if deep down inside you still believe that your worth is tied to being needed. It's not gonna work. Like, most of us weren't taught boundaries. Like, we were taught performance, and it's okay because I was taught that too. But just because we were taught something doesn't mean that we can't like learn something new or unlearn the bad things that we were taught. Because let's just be real, we were taught to be agreeable. We were taught to be a team player. We were taught to not be difficult. You don't be difficult. You don't be the problem. Like that's what we were taught. And it was like, so what it programmed in us was that we learned how to self-abandon in quiet ways. Like, we wasn't loud with it, right? We say yes when we're tired. We pick up the extra call shifts when we know we don't want to. We become slaves to the money. We stay late, and we think that, somehow they'll see your effort and they'll appreciate you. They don't care. They don't appreciate everything and every ounce that you give to them. Because the moment you try to shift, the moment you try to, put your health first, whether it's your mental or your physical health, people get uncomfortable. Watch how they change up on you. And it has nothing to do with you being wrong. You're not wrong. But it's because these people, they have benefited from your lack of boundaries for so long that when you do try to set a boundary, they're going to look at you sideways. That's just what's going to happen. So it's like, what do you do when you realize it? What do you do? And, it's like the moment you realize I don't actually have a boundary, I just have like emotional debt just piling up. What do you do? I can tell you what I started doing. And I'm going to share that with you today because I feel like this is going to help. And you know how I am about bringing value. It's going to help. I started checking in with my body first, not my brain. And I'm going to tell you why. Because your brain is meant to protect you. Your brain is like the big protector. Your brain will gaslight the F out of you. That's what your brain will do. It will gaslight you something kind of awful, but your body is going to tell you the truth. If you're worn down and tired, it's going to tell you the truth. Like when you feel that tension, when you feel that pressure, like in your back, that's your body. It's not your brain. Because it's like your body's trying to tell you that you're at your limit. But what your brain is going to do is keep pushing you. And it's not guilt. It's not like an obligation. It's like your nervous system saying, yo, like screaming at the top of his lungs to chill the F out. Like that's what's happening. And it's like, for me, like that became my signal to pause instead of push. Like when my body was like, yo, look, if you think you can do this another 20 years, you got another thing coming. Like, cause I'm not going to allow it. And it always saddens me when I see people, that is like 70 and 80 and 90, like as a nurse, like working, not 90. I don't think I've seen somebody that's 90. I think the oldest person I've ever truly seen was like in their 80s. But can you imagine, like, think about it. Can you imagine like your grandma at 81, like pushing the med cart, going to go give meds, and everybody's like, yeah, Miss such and such, she's a trooper. Her body is probably killing her, but she does it out of necessity. And I get it. But it's just like, that's not your brain. That's your body. I mean, that's not your body. That's your brain, like pushing you when your body's telling you stop. Number 2 is that I created like default boundaries in high stress moments. Hang in there with me. Instead of making a decision in like the heat of the moment, because I always say when emotions is high, your logic is very, very low. I created a script instead of me, because y'all, when I tell y'all, I will go off and I have to like catch myself. And so this is how I started doing it. This is what I said. I'll say, oh, I'd love to help, but I'm already managing a full load. Like I would literally say that. Oh, I would love to discharge your patient, but I'm already managing this full load. Or, I might say, can you check with your nurse practitioner first? Can you check in with them first? Or something along those lines. And it was like, I practiced it until it became muscle memory for me. So if I already have like a full caseload, I'm immediately looking sideways, like, don't ask me. I cannot do anything else because I'm already doing everything that I can possibly do. And there's more than, just me as the nurse practitioner working. You can ask somebody else. But I say it in a nicer way, but I still say it. You know what I'm saying? Number 3 is that I ask myself, like, am I being responsible or rescuing? Like in medicine, it's truly easy to confuse the two. But I had to like start letting people sit in their own discomfort and not take it on as mine. And that's hard to do. It's very, very hard to do. And I had to come to terms with that wasn't me being mean. That was me being whole. And understanding that you do all that you can for your patient, Whatever is going to be in your patient's best interest, you're going to do that. That does not mean to acquiesce to everything that your boss wants you to do because they want you to do it when they want you to do it, regardless of what you got going on. No, not happening. So sometimes you just got to let people sit in their own discomfort and not try to rescue them and take it on as like your problem, because it's not, right? And look, be honest, this did not happen overnight, because if it did, then, you know, I wouldn't be doing this, right? If I was able to make these changes overnight. I'm just keeping it real with you. But the more I started doing it in small like aspects of not just my life, but in my work life, the more I started practicing honoring myself, the less I began to feel like I was drowning in guilt every single time that I said no. Yeah, I stopped feeling that way, because, you know, my thing is that boundaries are not just, you know, something that you say. It's not. It has to be something that you embody, like something that you embrace first and then you embody and you move with the boundary, right? It has to be something that is like whole. So if you're watching this and thinking, I thought I had a boundary, but I keep ending up being exhausted, resentful, and stretched thin, trust me, you're not broken. You're not. You're just healing. Like, you're still in the healing phase, and that's okay, because boundaries aren't a final destination. They're a practice, and it is a daily invitation for you to choose yourself every single day. And if you want help with that, check out the Boundary Reset. I'll have it linked in the description for you. It's a free guide of 7 guilt-free ways to reclaim your peace, power, and presence. So just check it out, especially if you're a woman who gives everything and struggles to pull back. It's going to be perfect for you. So just check it out. It's linked below, and I made it especially for you. And let me know in the comments, like, have you ever just said yes and you were already at your limit? Like, you were already at your wit's end and wanted to pull your hair out. Like, how did you handle that situation? Like, what did you do? Do you still do that same thing? Like, has anything improved? Let me know in the comments, because honestly, like I said, this is a community. We're tight and we're growing, and you're not alone, and you don't have to stay in that place that you're in currently, because there's plenty of people, there's plenty of women that's going through the exact same thing. And so I want this platform to be that space where you can come and know that there's people that's out there that's going through some of the same things that you're going through. And I want us to come together and help, because as I've said in many videos, I am always, no matter what, I am always going to be for the people, always. So I appreciate you guys for tuning in. I hope that you guys have learned something, and I always try to bring as much value as I possibly can to every single video that I do. And it's real life, because these are the things that I've been through. And so I try to put that out there in hopes that maybe it touches and reach one person, at least one person. And if it does, I'm good. Like, I feel like job well done. I feel like I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm living in that purpose that I'm supposed to be living in. So again, I appreciate each and every last one of you that continue to watch my videos. It certainly helps the channel. Share this video with anyone that needs to hear it, because I know that there are people that's out there that this needs to reach. And I want to reach as many people as I possibly can. I appreciate each and every last one of you guys. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel, because it does help the channel. Like I said, again, I appreciate my followers, man. I appreciate you. If this is your first time seeing my face and watching this video, you have no idea how much I appreciate you guys. My name is Naisha Nicole. Peace.